Hi everybody, my name is Chastiny and welcome to my channel. On today's episode of As I Read, I will be reading The Indian in the Cupboard by Lynne Reid Banks. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a regular, welcome back. Welcome back. Thank you for coming back. Oh my gosh. Now, I remember having this video on VHS. I don't remember what the movie was about. I don't remember what happened. I just remember the Indian sticking the kid, and that was about it. Omri's birthday present from his best friend Patrick wasn't really what he wanted. He received other gifts that are much more exciting. A skateboard, a mysterious cupboard from his brother, and from his mother, a very old key that fits into the cupboard's lock. By the end of the day, Omri has almost forgotten about the 3-inch Indian Patrick gave him. But just before going to bed, Omri decides to put the Indian in the cupboard. He shuts the door, locks it tight, then falls asleep. In the morning, he hears a strange sound. Is it tapping? Coming from the cupboard? When he slowly turns the key and opens the door, there, crouched before him, is a sight Omri can hardly believe. The tiny warrior has come to life. Okay, so they described the cupboard as a small white metal cupboard with a mirror on it, and honestly, I just kind of remember it being a wooden cupboard. Oh, look, it has illustrations. Oh, that's so cute. Illustrated by Brock Cole. I'm already feeling excited. The key had a little bit of backstory, so I wonder if the key is magic or if the whole thing just happens to be magic. Oh, that moment that I remember from the movie is about to happen. I keep calling him Omari when I know it's not Omari, it's Omri, because I googled it. But I'm like, Omari, no, Omri. The kid is like trying to talk to the Indian figure, and the Indian figure is like talking a different language, and he's like, "Aw, you don't speak English? All of the Indians in the movie speak English." And I was like, oh. Something tells me that this is not aged well, because like when the kid opened the cupboard and he's like, "Oh my gosh, it's a tiny Indian, I have to touch it, I have to touch it." And now the kid is like, "Can I please pick you up? I have to pick you up. You are my Indian." And I'm like, ooh. Like, it's nostalgia, but at the same time, I'm like, ooh. Oh my God. Okay. So the kid's like, "Okay, yeah, I won't touch you. My bad. Even though you're my Indian, I respect you. I'm not gonna touch you." And then he's like, "Okay, I won't do it." And the Indian's looking at him like, "What?" And the kid is like, "I'm supposed to use Indian English." And then he goes, "Me no hurt you." Oh my God, this is not aging well. Product placement, Rice Krispies. He really has a thing about owning this Indian. Like, oh my God, I can't wait to get home and see my Indian. I kind of remember the rules of the cupboard, but not really. Oh, this kid is so innocent. He's like, in the movies, they drink fire water, and I'm supposedly guessing that's hot water. Oh, honey, you don't know the half of it. Product placement, Coke. I just know it's so cringy wrong. Man, I did not expect this from this book. I did not expect to be like, ooh. Wait. Time out. Continuity check. Time out. This kid was like, what am I supposed to do with it? I also don't have any cowboys, so I also cannot play with it in the cowboy and Indian way. But all of a sudden, this kid has a teepee. Now he picked up the Indian, right? And then he's like, "I just want to touch him all over. I want to feel his arms and stuff." And I was like, ugh. But at the very end, he's like, "Oh, this is a person now. This is an actual human being. I have to respect him." And I was like, if that part hadn't have been in there, I probably would have been like, I don't know if I can read this book. You know what? I'm going to do it. Product placement, pickup sticks. Ooh, a lot of these product placements are going to be like old, aren't they? Little Bear is quite sassy, and I kind of like him because the kid was like, "Oh my God, it works! I can make anything plastic come alive!" Ah! And Little Bear's like, "No need wake dead with howls." I was wondering, there were some words in here that I was like, "This don't sound American." They're in England. Oh my God, can you imagine buying a plastic dragon, putting it in there, and then you can have a real dragon? I would truly be the mother of dragons. Dracarys. They should rewrite this and use up-to-date toys. Oh man, I bet you that would be so much fun. You heard that idea from me first, so I want the money for that. That was my idea. I just think it's nice that he's like reading up and challenging his preconceived notions that he had from movies, basically. I feel a little bad for Patrick because he's like, the gift he gave his friend was like, eh. And now all of a sudden this kid is like, yeah, I love this gift. I thought this book wouldn't age well, but seeing how it seems to be teaching a lesson, I kind of might have to take it back. But I'll see. Okay, if anyone in England, London, happens to be watching this video, hi, how you doing? Thank you for watching. Has it been illegal to ride on the handlebars like back in the day, or maybe it is the same thing today? Is that illegal to ride on the bars of the bike? That's interesting because that's all we did as kids. Ride on the bars, we sit in the middle. Like, I remember you sit in the back. That's what you get, Patrick. That's what you get. You should know about it. Didn't he say no? Kids, they hard-headed. Okay, first of all, your Indian's name is Little Bear. Use his name. Talking about my Indian. Little Bear stabbed me the first time I met him. Shoot. What you think he was gonna do? See, this is exactly why Patrick did not get the cupboard. He's irresponsible. He would have all sorts of characters killing each other. I don't remember this in the movie at all. Is it bad? Okay, the cowboy is a Texan shooter, and he's like, maybe I can't hold my liquor like I used to, and I'm like, what? My liquor. The spelling of this Texan accent is killing me. Like, my liquor is M''Likker. Malicker. He said, why couldn't I see pink elephants and dancing rats and all them pretty things the other fellas be seeing when they get too far gone? It ain't fair for me to see no giants and blue deserts. CAWFEE, coffee. I don't know if y'all noticed this a little bit. I have a country accent because I'm from North Carolina. But when I see coffee like that, it automatically goes, you want some coffee? That's an interesting thing. Like, the kid said, you'll be lucky, but then it's in quotation marks, but then it says thought Omri. I was like, did he say it out loud or did he think it? Ooh, there's a curse word. Hell no, I ain't eating with no engine. Wow. Do they have to? Does she have to write this the way she thinks it sounds? How much work did they put into sounding out the Texas accent? When Boone talks, it's if you watch the movie Holes and the little girl like, I'm sick of digging Grandpa. He goes, well, that's just too bad. That's the voice I hear, except not yelling. Come on, man. Why do you spell dead like that? D-A-I-D. A good engine is a dead engine. Died engine? What the fuck? Patrick gets on my nerves. You know that? Patrick is so, like, at least Omri's being responsible and secretive. Patrick is just being annoying AF. He don't give up. He's gonna cause everything to go wrong. I don't like Patrick. I just don't. I don't like him as a character. I don't like that he's like just treating these two very alive people as toys. It's so ugh. Oh my God, Patrick, you are the worst. I don't like you, Patrick. I know you're a kid, but you're irresponsible. You're no good. You don't deserve to know about this magic. I can't stand him. He's weak. Weak people irritate me. Patrick may have redeemed himself just a little bit, but he's still not trustworthy. Finally, there's like some agency in this book. Because I was like, yeah, it's just a cute little adventure so far, but God, where is this going? What? No! Oh my God! Dang! Little bear! You know, Patrick seemed to have grown up real quick. I kind of like it. Oh man. Boone and Little Bear should have their own show. See? I like this because Little Bear challenges what Omri thinks is an Indian custom, because he's like, yeah, you know, blood brothers. You cut your wrists, you put them together, you swirl your blood, and then it's an old Indian custom. And he's like, that's not an Indian custom. That's the white man idea right there. I don't like goodbyes. This is making me a little sad. I just finished reading The Indian in the Cupboard, and I did like it. I did. It was so cute, kind of. What really got me at first is I was like, why is he having tea at his birthday? Come to find out later, they're in England. At the very beginning, I thought this book was going to be problematic. Indian language is broken English. Me speak now. Okay, so that started, I was like, oh my God, this book is going to be problematic. This put me in mind of Native Americans shown on TV, which is where our protagonist got many of his ideas about Native Americans and Indians. I like that throughout this book, he learned that, you know, not everything he sees on TV is accurate. I like Boone. He's a crybaby, he's a scaredy cat, but he was a sweet guy at the end of the day. Once you get past the hard exterior, Boone would be like, that engine is dirty, but then he wouldn't want to take a bath himself, talking about sweat is a man's natural bathing. I did not care for Patrick, Omri's best friend. Why would you ruin this moment? Like, you have to keep it. I was just like, dude, you're not responsible enough for this. You are not worthy of this magic. Omri looked at Little Bear and Boone as people, while Patrick just saw toys that came to life and they're cool AF and they're like little pets to him. While I was reading this book, I really sat back and I was like, what's the point of this story? Like, there was no agency. That's it. Things just happened 90% of this book. My favorite thing was the interactions between Little Bear and Boone, because it was kind of funny. What really took me out of the book sometimes is when I had to read what Boone was saying. The way she spelled some of these words, I'm like, please do not write in an accent. Just don't do it. We get it. He's Texan. He's country. Just say in his thick country accent or his thick Texan accent. Kids will figure it out. But the spell, like, there was whole sentences where it was just like, you know, those red squiggle lines were everywhere. I was sitting there, I was like, oh my God. I don't remember the movie at all. All I remember about the movie is that, first of all, the cupboard was wooden. I thought the cupboard was wooden. In here, the cupboard is like just the cupboard was described in the book as like a bathroom cupboard thing with the mirror in front of it. I don't remember nothing about the key. I wonder if the key was the magic or was the cupboard the magic. I found out that she has a second book called Return of the Indian, published in 1986. I gotta read it now. I gotta go find it. Alright, so I just recently realized that there is 3 books in this. So, Indian in the Cupboard was published in 1980. Return of the Indian was published in 1986. And The Secret of the Indian was in 1989, which is the year I was born. So, that's probably going to be the best book. I think it would teach kids to, be a little more respectful of people's spaces, not to believe everything you see in movies. Well, the dynamic between Little Bear and Boone was, you learn about each other, you sit, you talk, you get to know each other. More than likely, if you hate someone for the color of their skin, it's probably because you've never really sat down and had a conversation with someone outside your own race. But there was one good part in here, and I can't tell y'all because it's the only exciting part, and I liked it. Like, it shocked me, and I was like, oh no, oh no, oh no. But it was okay. It was good. Even though I kept complaining about it, I do that a lot. I complain about stuff, and then I like it anyway. And I would really like to read the other 2 books, which I will eventually. I'm going to find these 2 books. Alright, so that's it. That's all I got. I had fun reading this book. It was really short. Of course, it's really short. It's a kid's book. Like, comment, subscribe, share if you must. I mean, if you have to, share the video with your friends and family so they can also be like, oh yeah, I remember this book. It was okay. It was good. I thought the cover was wooden too. Tell me what you thought of the video. Have you read The Indian in the Cupboard? Have you seen the movie? Do you know am I wrong about the cover? Do you have any recommendations for me of books to read? I love reading books. I want to read more. Thank you for joining me for another episode of As I Read, where today I read The Indian in the Cupboard by Lynne Reid Banks. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you next week. Bye.